Worldwide gangsters. Yeah. Banging on the 5, 6, and the 7. Against the system. Word up, WWG. Who with it? Black and brown power, BBP. RBGs, look.
A place without the Kemetic man, a world without fathers affects the outcome of our children's growth. You see, we're needed not in prisons, but instead in our homes, in our schools, in our communities. It is up to us. We must positively show them and teach the children not to be foolish, equip them so our women can't do. Once again, ladies, gentlemen, I'm honored to be here. I'd like to thank Tiny for inviting me. Kinara Sankofa is my name. I've been writing poetry probably now for about 15, 20 years. 90% of my material before was love between man and woman, particularly African American or black people in general, because there is a huge disparity in that union because of slavery and neocolonialism. I've crossed over more so now. I write a lot of educational material, political material now, because there's a lot of things happening in our schools are being closed down left, right, and center, and the misinformation and miseducation continues to happen because of what is classified or stated as white supremacy. I believe it to be as white inferiority, so I don't call it white supremacy. I grew up in Oakland until I was about 19, 20 years of age. And then I moved to Australia, married an Australian young lady, and moved there, been there for 15, 20 years. I'm back here in the U.S., and I have a clothing label which actually started in Sydney, Australia, called Black Power Clothing, which is a conscious clothing label. It pulls no punches. I have a design which is called Mentally Unchained, where you have a black man that has the shackles broken. However, the shackles are still here, and we have to take the shackles off mentally because of what I call white inferiority has done to our people and people of color. And I teach as well that we are not a minority. We are the majority. 9/10 of the world's population are black and people of color. And we systematically, automatically buy into the trickology. So we need to truly understand who we are. So I like to unify myself with the masses of the people of the globe to stop this diabolical situation that's going on with our people and people of color in general, and people of the world, because even in Australia, the natives there, what they are called Aborigines, true name is Koris, they make up 1 to 2% of the total population there, yet they make up 22 to 24% of the prison population. So there's no difference of Europeanism, what has happened there to here and on a global scale. So that's part of my role, is to educate and to help break down this crazy system. Thank you. A place without the Kemetic man, a world without fathers affects the outcome of our children's growth. You see, we're needed not in prisons, but instead in our homes, in our schools, in our communities. It is up to us. We must positively show them and teach the children not to be foolish, equip them so our women can't do it all. Slavery, drugs, pistols in the hood was your final call. Another one bites the dust, laid out, stretched out in a line of white chalk. See, that was the plot from the beginning. They never taught that we invented mathematics, science, and furthermore, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, the Greeks, were not the first psychologists. It's a farce created by a group of lying-ologists. But we are gifted, yet we were stolen and sold from Sudan to Egypt, worked from sun up to sundown, from can't see in the morning to can't see at night, broken backs just to see the tribe fall. Prisons equals plantations. Informed ones know that slavery has shifted. Now, ain't that right? No longer, brothers, can we afford to be MPNIA. In simple terms, it means missing plus not in action. Look how our young children are acting. Instead of reading a book, they're hooked on flavor of love, BS shows, Game Boy, PlayStation videos. Education is lacking. Too many of our sons are packing, calling themselves pimps, dogs, niggas, and bitches. 12 and 13-year-old boys are screaming about how they macking backwards. You know niggas spells sagging. It's like the mental pilot is on automatic destruction, is what some say. But we cannot start here tomorrow or later. greater we must be right now, right here today. See, a world without fathers, black fathers particularly, is a travesty. Have we become so desensitized, closed mouths and eyes that we cannot recognize or we refuse to realize the catastrophe of our condition globally? Look around sometimes. We need another 1,000 Malcolms to speak, another Mumia, Assata, Eddie Mabo, or Khalid Muhammad's speech. As a matter of fact, multiply that X to the 5th, don't lift that power to the 10th, and then divide it to 360 degrees. Our children need academics. Our male face, they deserve to see in all sectors. It's gotta be. Teach them about Tulsa, Oklahoma. Not too long ago, it was called Black Wall Street. Reach out and understand. Misrepresented. Yeah, man, we gotta change this shit ourselves. Where are you, black man? Stand up, African seeds and strands, descendants of the Kemetic land. Stop the violence. Mental genocide on the streets. Another night. Another fatherless child cries self to sleep. See, it's time to peep game. We gotta rise.